Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are reading out of A Course in Miracles. This is the combined edition by the Foundation for Inner Peace. It's the new 3rd edition, and they state to be the only complete course as authorized by its scribe and published by its original publisher. I am reading from this book. I have no bias against any of the others. This is the book I started with, and so it's the one I'm reading from. Hey, just so you know. All right, so I'm gonna moving straight to the workbook for students, and I will read the introduction. But I would like to start with a prayer. Dear Father, if left to my own devices, my perception will be skewed. I surrender to you everything that I think and feel. God, please take my past, plan my future, send your spirit to redeem my mind that I might be set free. May I be your channel, God, and serve the world. May I become who you would have me be, do what you would have me do, go where you would have me go, and say what you would have me say, and to whom, dear God. Thank you. Amen. All right, so here we are. Introduction. A theoretical foundation, such as the text provides, is necessary as a framework to make the exercises of this workbook meaningful. Yet, it is in doing the exercises that will make the goal of the course possible. An untrained mind can accomplish nothing. It is the purpose of this workbook to train your mind to think along the lines the text sets forth. The exercises are very simple. They do not require a great deal of time, and it does not matter where you do them. Sometimes I'll record from my car even. They need no preparation. The training period is 1 year. It's not the necessary training period, it's just the training period, as the exercises are numbered from 1 to 365. Do not undertake to do more than one set of exercises a day. However, if you're inspired to stay on one day a couple days, you absolutely do that. The workbook is divided, although I found it's better if I let go and move on to the next. Everything was revealed to me in perfect time, and is still being revealed to me. The workbook is divided into 2 main sections, the first dealing with the undoing of the way you see now, and the second with the acquisition of true perception. With the exception of the review periods, each day's exercises are planned around the one central idea, which is stated first. This is followed by a description of the specific procedures by which the idea for the day is to be applied. The purpose of the workbook is to train your mind in a systematic way to a different perception of everyone and everything in the world. The exercises are planned to help you generalize the lessons so that you will understand that each of them is equally applicable to everyone and everything you see. Transfer of training in true perception does not proceed as does transfer of training of the world. If true perception has been achieved in connection with any person, situation, or event, total transfer to everyone and everything is certain. On the other hand, one exception held apart from true perception makes its accomplishments anywhere impossible. The only general rules to be observed throughout, then, are, first, that the exercises be practiced with great specificity, I think it is, as will be indicated. This will help you, and actually, I do have problems with pronunciation sometimes, so just forgive me in advance. Second, this will help you to generalize the ideas involved to every situation in which you find yourself, no exceptions, and to everyone and everything in it. Second, be sure that you do not decide for yourself that there are some people, situations, or things to which the ideas are inapplicable. This will interfere with transfer of training. The very nature of true perception is that it has no limits. It is the opposite of the way you see now. Sorry, I have a puppy in my lap, and she's playing. She's trying to play. Stop it. You silly girl. This is Harley Rose. The overall aim of the exercises is to increase your ability to extend the ideas you will be practicing to include everything. This will require no effort on your part. The exercises themselves meet the conditions necessary for this kind of transfer. Some of the ideas the workbook presents you will find hard to believe, and others may seem quite startling. I just suggest you hang tight. Just keep going. Keep going. Just say, okay, I'm struggling with that, but move on. And you don't have to try to make yourself not struggle with it, because it won't work. This does not matter. See, you are merely asked to apply the ideas as you are directed to. So practice the exercises. And if you're still struggling, you are not asked to judge them at all. I like that. You are asked only to use them. It is their use that will give them meaning to you and will show you that they are true. Remember only this: you need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not even welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease their efficacy, but do not allow yourself to make exceptions in applying the ideas the workbook contains. And whatever your reactions to the ideas may be, use them. Nothing more than that is required. Be gentle with yourself. I apologize, I just hit my camera stand. Be gentle with yourself and go with it. Go with the flow. Okay? I know, I remember my first time reading lessons in 2007, and I struggled. It was, even though I read about A Course in Miracles in 2003 through Marianne Williamson, and I was just so sure that this was my truth. When I finally started practicing the lessons in 2007, it still seemed a little far-fetched. So be gentle with yourself and just move forward. Just keep going. And here we go. Part 1 of the Workbook for Students. Lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room or on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Now, look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This book does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. That puppy does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body over there does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign, that picture, does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. That tree out the window does not mean anything. Whatever applies to you, use that. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of this exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing that you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day each. So perhaps practice them in the morning and in the evening. And again, preferably morning and evening. Nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. And that is lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. Thank you so much for joining with me today in lesson 1 of the Workbook for Students in A Course in Miracles. I love you. Have a beautiful day.